Now let's start voir dire. If the judge and/or your opponent questions the panel first, you simply click on Others Questions. And now you write a keyword. For instance, if their question was, do you have children? Type in the word kids, click Add, and then select it. Now, as the panelists respond, favorable responses will get a plus, and unfavorable responses to your case will get a minus. And this is just as simple as it gets. You go through, you score each response as the potential jurors answer the question. Now, if there's someone that doesn't answer definitively and you're going to want to go back and follow up, then what you do is you give yourself a reminder, possible kids, and you add it in their box. And then you just continue going through, go back to the question, and scoring. And now you can see that the shade of the color in the box will tell you which panelists have been scored for the question. And the darker one has not been scored, so that's a reminder to you to go back and get the answer to that question. Now the seat colors will change as the panelists' responses are scored. And in order to get the colors back to their darker, we'll go back to My Questions and click on one. And that shows you the colors for questions that haven't been scored yet. And they will move from one color zone to another as the responses are scored to the question. And anytime you wish to hide your work from prying eyes, you may turn the color on and off and use the sliver of color that's provided to you. You can see the little sliver of green, red, yellow, and so forth. Now, if another asks a question that you had intended to ask, simply select it from the list and click Don't Ask, Duplicate. And what that does is it shades the question to remind you to not ask it again. Now, if your opponent strikes a panelist, you simply click Strike, Struck by Opponent, and choose the panelist and empty that seat. Now, the next thing you want to do is click Select All. And what that does is it locks down all the other panelists and their rank scoring. That allows you to add the next replacement into the seat. And their rank order comes in relation to the existing selected jurors by color zone. Now this is exclusive to voir dire DIY software. It's a wonderful feature. Now what you're going to do is you're going to choose Others Questions and score this person in response to the questions that others have asked. And then as replacements are accepted by your opponent, click Select All again to label them as well. You do have the ability to use backstrikes if your state allows them, and we did not cover that in this example. Now you will find that not all of another's questions are important to your case, so it won't be necessary to write keywords and score responses to those questions. During this valuable time, you could be doing some of the following. Number one, you could be scoring observable missing data. Now you can look in the dark blue file boxes and you can see the unanswered criteria. In this case, it's age, so you simply click on that and then you score that person based on if it's favorable or unfavorable to your criteria. You could write a new question. If you want to add a new question, for example, if you wanted to add the question, have any of you ever been in a courtroom before today? Then just type in court before and click Add. And then you'll see that. You can take a note. You might notice some behavior that you want to keep track of. Watch number 2, hands. And here's another gem in the voir dire DIY software. You can observe and score behaviors. You click the Score Observation button and then choose the behavior that you wish to score. And you can see that we still have selected, so all we do is we click on the selected to remove that tag, and then we can continue scoring. So we just score our responses based on each potential juror's appearance, attitude, culture. Now you will find that we have included gut feeling and a mathematically very powerful double gut feeling as scoreable observations. We knew that there's nothing more important than your gut feeling about a prospective juror. Now you can also use these important voir dire tools while you're questioning too. Now let's move on to your turn to question the panel.